Hey, Jordy. Before the game, we were in here talking. You were talking about the guys kind of learning lessons and how to close these games out, how to close out close finishes. What of those lessons did you see them put into practice down the stretch when this game could have gotten quite hairy?
Yeah, I thought it was the consistency. You look at the first quarter, we didn't start very well. All right, and not because of we were not trying, but mistakes, not making free throws, lost that first quarter by 12, and then after that, consistently, we won all three quarters. And even though it was third and fourth by 1 point, that just gives you confidence, and you know that you were in it in every play. Mistakes happen, but the guys kept bringing it in the huddle, talking to each other. And at the end of the day, we saw that growth. We were better on the boards. They scored 13 second chance points to our 16. Our pressure, we didn't turn the ball over. 7 turnovers for 4 points is a lead. And then 15 for 19 for them. So we had energy, we had pressure, we had to put two on the ball, especially with Luka. That opens up somebody else. They have a lot of good shooting, especially Gabe. He had a great game, 6 for 9 from three. But I thought the scramble and the energy, the communication was very good. So happy for the guys, proud of the guys, because after losing 7 in a row, I believe it was, it's just good to get back to winning. And tomorrow we'll have a tough one. So that's just good for, it's a good reward for the work. And obviously, after a bad one, just a good feeling.
You just touched on it briefly, but you guys hold Luka and Austin Reeves to 11 of 40 from the floor. Just what were the points of emphasis on them, and what were the keys to slowing them down so much?
Yeah, I think sometimes you bring the energy and you're flying around, and when you put two on the ball, you're opening up something else. And sometimes you just gotta get lucky that guys like them that can score in bunches, they're not having the night. So it's a two-way street. I think our energy was good. You see right there, if my math is correct, it's 39 shots, which is a lot of shots. And, credit to our guys, like Z did a great job and everybody else, Tyrese, Keon. But I think the whole team did a really good job, and, our energy was there. And that's the reason why we came up with a win.
Obviously, guys like CJ, guys like Keon, they've been, starting for you for most of the year. But when you look at some of the bench guys like Tyrese, what do you make about how the bench performed tonight, especially against this Lakers team that is missing, some significant players?
Yeah, I think we're all missing players, and it's part of the NBA. But I'm happy with the effort that all 10 players brought on the court. And even though we made mistakes, they held each other accountable. They talked to each other, encouraged each other, and that's the best thing to see. Tyrese really helped us. He shot it well from three. Noah off the bench. I thought all the group of the bench was good. They ran with 7 rebounds in 16 minutes, 17 minutes. So, I think everybody brought positive to the game. Reese made his first three in the NBA. Like you go, every single guy down the line, and I think they all brought positives. Can we be better? Can we make less mistakes? For sure, we'll watch it after OB's side out and baseline. We have to be better because we were not matched up and we were confused. But other than that, those, are things that we as coaches have to correct. I think the energy and the effort of our guys was outstanding.
Jordi, there in crunch time, you got big plays from just about everyone that was on the court, especially on the offensive end. Zaire with the big rebound, D'Lo with a bucket, Cam with a bucket, and obviously Noah there at the end. How big is that, or I guess how satisfying is it as a coach to kind of see every single guy making a big impact there at the end?
Yeah, you said it. It's just great when you don't, just go to the same guy over and over, because I think you're easier to guard. And you see guys making big plays, and at some point it was D'Lo and CJ playing the two-man game, and trying to, move around and get open. Then D'Lo had a big bucket, and then Z with the big offensive rebound. I think his offensive rebound was the key because, we go back to the Charlotte game, and yes, we didn't defensive rebound, but our crashing rules and our ability to crash and get those second chance points, we didn't even put effort into it. and you realize you go down to games that we've won, how many times in the fourth quarter we've had big offensive rebounds, and that's playoff basketball. You think about it. So we need that growth. We need to understand that that is very important late in the game.
You kind of just answered my question because during pregame I asked you about just what was the message to the team. You said rebounding has to be better, and you mentioned about it's kind of like being a parent and, you know, watching your team and your guys just kind of learn from it. But what does it mean to have a team that listens to you and then they respond like this, especially from the glass and the second chance points?
Yeah, I think that, you know, these guys care so much about what we do on a daily basis, and they put the work in, and obviously, you know, I can tell them what I believe, you know, we have to do, but at the end of the day is, you know, like, they don't like when we lose. They put the work in, and today is a different game. Obviously, the message about rebounding is important, and we as coaches are going to try to help them all the time. Like I always say, I don't think we have all the answers, but the intentions so far have been great, and today was, you know, like, it was an example. Our intentions were very, very good. How connected we were. Were we perfect? No, we made a lot of mistakes that we can correct, but that's the path that we want to take, is get 1% better. You know, and a year from now we'll be a different team. Okay, thank you. Thanks.